Might be speaking a little bit early, maybe out of pocket, considering Liverpool have to play in 24, 22 hours time from when I'm recording this. But I mean, I think if Liverpool were not to get a win at home, it'd be pretty big and rightfully would be clowned on for not being able to get over the line at home against Brentford. But this is not about Liverpool. This is about Manchester United's 2-1 loss away from home to Brighton Hove Albion. The Seagulls shitting on Manchester United in the 95th minute. João Pedro with a lovely header at the back post. And I'm pretty sure the fans will be chanting, Pedro, 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 all night long after this one. I think this was the 5th win in 6 games for Brighton against Manchester United or something that affects something mad, something ridiculous. But in any case, it was pretty much of the same for Manchester United after the win last week. Some would say a lucky 1-0 against Fulham. The better team last week, and apparently they were the better team in this game as well, which we'll look at some reactions from a couple of Man U fan channels, content creators, the more prominent ones, some of the ones that are probably more influential, shall we say. But first and foremost, we 100% we have to cut over to Saeed, care of No Context Fan TV. This was a minute and 15 after they had scored the goal at Brighton, the winner, and Saeed just absolutely went hell for leather with his head loss.
Striker, but on his own at the back post. That's unbelievable.
You fucking bottle jobs! You fucking bottle jobs! You fucking bottle jobs!
Who they are, man.
Why can't you defend? 1 minute to go!
All of them got
1 minute! 1 minute!
Peak. It is peak. We said they don't have a defense. Their defense is rubbish. He's gone. He's holding his head. He can't breathe. It's going to end him one day, bro. It's going to absolutely end him one day. Yeah, look, when you look at the game itself, it was pretty even. I think we're going to look at another fella who reckons that the better team lost today. But if I'm going to look at some of these stats here, and I know the game isn't really won on stats, but, you know, according to FootMob at least, you're looking here, United edging the possession, more expected goals from Brighton, which they got there too. United got their one, I think it's fair to say. Obviously, they had the offside cancellation. I think Rashford had one offside, and then the Xerxes one going off his knee, which could have been a goal for Garnacho, if not for Xerxes going in there and having a knee tap in. Look, they had 2 big chances. They had 2 big chances missed. Brighton took their 2 chances, scored themselves some goals, and away they go. 14 shots to 11, 5 on target to 4. If you want to look at stats, it looks like Brighton were pretty much on par, so I'm not sure what they mean by better team. And if you want to just see some of the lineups here and seeing some of the ratings according to FootMob at least, there's a lot of shit in the middle of the pitch. Mano with the yellow card and a 6.8. Mount with a 5.8. Wow. Amad Diallo getting himself his goal deflected, but nonetheless, still a goal. Welle is well back. Well back. He's there. And then João Pedro with the late winner. It was peak. Milner still cracking on. 73rd minute off at the age of 38, 39, whatever the hell he is. Absolutely peak. Yeah, that's Manchester United for you. And a lot of people said, so long as this thing keeps going, Manchester United will still be the same. They will not change. Everything will remain as is. There will be nothing to really look at and say, yeah, we can definitely take some positives from this. But let's look at some reactions here, because I think it's just funny. This is a Cass from Never a Foul. Pay attention to what he says here.
On my life, yeah, my head is gone. Like, I'm not even messing around at this moment of time. Yeah, my head is finished. It's done. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. The better team lost. You can take all the positives you want in this game as a Man United fan.
Did you catch it? Let's go back one more time.
It's done. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. The better team lost.
The better team lost. as I just said, the game isn't played on stats. We all know this. We watch the game, we see what was going on, what was happening. But if I'm looking at this, looks like the better team won. If we're looking at this, they had two big chances. They took theirs. United had two big chances. They missed theirs. So what are we trying to determine here? What are we trying to determine? Unfortunately, that's what happened. And, yes, it's all fun and games until the ball gets kicked. The better team lost. What's going on here? Brighton should have been 3-0 up. They hit the bar and had one cleared off the line. The better team lost. When it was 1-0, Brighton hit the bar and had a goal line clearance. Yeah, I don't know how the better team lost in all this. It's pretty yet. A famous quote from Sir Mon stuck with me all summer. It's all fun and games until the ball gets kicked. 100%. That was Cass's take. He's not happy the better team lost. I mean, okay, if that's what you want to go with that narrative, by all means, rock it. Rants. Nobody gives me more pleasure in seeing their pain and misery than Rants after United loss. I don't know why, just something about it. Even Saeed's head losses don't actually make me feel as bad for him because I think he does things from a good place. Rants, however, just something about him, just not my cup of tea. But let's have a listen to what he says about his ball fraud manager.
That's the fight for the right to play in a team with Scott McTominay in it, bro. You're taking a piss. This manager needs to go to jail, bro. He needs to go to jail, bro. No team's fans are going to take us seriously as a football club until we get rid of this fool, blood. This flipping cue ball, blood. Until we get rid of this bold fraud, we are not serious, bro.
I had personally, but I mean, well, I heard some Manchester United fans claim that they would stick with Ten Hag over Arne Slot simply because of bias. I'm like, I don't know what you've seen from Ten Hag recently to suggest that you would stick with him over Arne Slot. Granted, both coming from the Eredivisie, one having success more recently than the other in terms of league title successes in the Netherlands, one having more competition success in Ten Hag with the FA Cup and League Cup the year before. But nonetheless, still, I think a lot of people have said United need a defence. They need a much better defence. United need a improved midfield and shit. Gary Neville. And look, this might all be worth nothing come the end of the season when they end up finishing in fourth, for example, or heaven forbid, third. Let's just say everyone could be thinking, well, we got that one wrong. United, picked up, players came back, everyone got on form. Whatever happened, and United ended up doing the business. But when a lot of men are saying, as long as Ten Hag is there, you're not doing anything. You are not moving any position higher. You are going to be in the exact same spot that you have been for the last couple of seasons, regardless if a Ruud van Nistelrooy is in there, regardless if you have a set-piece coach or all that sort of shit. Still, Ten Hag is there. He's the one calling the shots. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to cop it and deal with it. Now, once they sort their defence out, which we will get to Goldbridge, who made a good point actually about the players and the defence. One, Harry Maguire not being able to defend and basically being put in the squad until he has a cock up, makes a mistake, and then he maybe will be benched. And someone who they brought on who is a much better defender I think his name is Matthias de Ligt. We'll just call him de Ligt. Why isn't he not starting? But it's just funny to hear Rants have a go at his manager again after propping him up when he first came to the club. My manager, 10 fucking Heisenberg and all that shit. You all seen the Yorkshire Gunner videos.
That's just all it boils down to, bro. We can talk about what player played well and what player didn't play well. The buck stops with this fraud, blood. Clumsy waste, man, bro. Like, bro, you can just see by the way man flipping wakes up in the morning and the way man dresses, bro. You just know his breath stinks, blood. I could just see it, blood. Everything about this manager I despise, bro. Man's there with his jack-ups and no socks and trainers and that, bro. And some dead coat and that. Bro, get this guy the fuck out, bro. I'm crashing out, blood.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy. As a famous man once said, and speaking of that famous man, we're going to go to him right now. Saeed had epic head loss. Now, we saw him just a few minutes ago, maybe more than a few minutes ago, with his Manchester United reaction to conceding that late goal. But big ups to him. He's on 100k now. That silver play button will be on its way. So big ups to Saeed, the most shameless Manchester United fan in all of football YouTube, in my opinion at least. Let's see what he had to say about this bottle job.
Same old, same old. Yeah. If you don't win the game, don't effing lose the damn game. Don't lose it. There's 1 minute to go. You take the draw and you go home. It's been a difficult day. It's raining. Brighton haven't been a better team.
What? Sorry. Did he just go full tie for a moment? Wait.
To go. You take the draw and you go home. It's been a difficult day. It's raining.
Man just said it's been raining. Bro went full tie on this one here. That's crazy.
Brighton haven't been a better team in the second half. You know what? Humble yourself. Go home. 1 point. You don't lose it. This team, yeah? This team, this mindset, it's not everything. Still got a damn paper as well here.
It's destroyed.
What's wrong with this team?
Oh no.
This team lacks any mentality, no quality. It's shit.
Rest in peace, rest in peace, angry Rants man. There is no passion, there is no desire, there is no aggression. What the hell is happening to this football club? Rest in peace, angry Rant man. Saeed could have channeled some of your energy today.
Second game of the season. What's wrong with this team, man? Second half, missing. They're defending for that second goal. Oh my God. It's not even League 2 standard. That is not even League 2 standard.
Man, spitting all over the place as well. He's incensed. And I did see I think it was a tweet or on Instagram. I think it was from Troll Football. And they said, United players with the best view for that Brighton goal, because it's just all the United players just turned around looking as that header goes in from João Pedro. It's fucking funny as shit. Yeah, Saeed with the head loss there. Of course, these will all be linked down below and you can check them out for yourselves in their entirety. But we're going to finish here with Mr. Mark Goldbridge, who makes a good point about Harry Maguire, Eric Ten Hag, and how he's organising his players, because we know their defence needs fixing. I said it as well. Everyone knows their defence needs fixing. The defence is the weakest link for Manchester United. Scoring goals, okay, that's one thing. But they have a decent attack. Midfield, aged, probably don't have the players that they really need in there, but it's not as bad as their defence, which is absolute dog shit. Now, Harry Maguire started this game. They brought in De Ligt from Bayern Munich. Now, we know that Mazraoui has been starting. He's been doing okay in that, was he playing left back or right back position? Or I think wherever the hell he's playing, doesn't really matter. I don't really care. He's been playing. De Ligt's not yet as a starter at least, but this is what Goldbridge had to say about the Maguire situation on him starting for Ten Hag.
He does something that I find absolutely incredible. Incredible. And it shouldn't be missed. Harry Maguire has been at this club for 5 years. He cost £80 million. And in that 5 years, he has never established himself as a centre-back that we all go, we can build a team around him. So why is he starting games now when you've bought a centre-back that everybody understands is going to be a centre-back that's meant to build the team around? De Ligt and Martinez. So we go away from home. He puts De Ligt on the...
Wasn't Yoro meant to be the starter? I think I made this point. Who starts, if that's the case? Do you start Lenny Yoro, who's 18 years old? I think he's 18 years old. Or do you start De Ligt, who hasn't really established himself at Bayern Munich even, or Juventus before that? So who's going to be the starting centre-back? I think it's established that Lisandro Martinez will be the main centre-back defender. And then after that, it's who's second choice, third choice, fourth choice. I think that's fair. United fans, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
the bench and he starts Harry Maguire because he's got this weird mentality, and he did it with Casemiro when we bought him 2 years ago. He kept picking McTominay until McTominay made a mistake. So he picks Maguire until Maguire makes a mistake. So we've got to concede a goal before he'll start playing a new signing. I can't get my head around this. You've bought a guy to play in our defence that's had a problem for years. You start a new season and you pick the guy from last season who was a problem over the solution. What madness is that? And guess what happens? It costs us a goal. We lose that game 2-1. If De Ligt starts the game, there's no way that we concede that first goal.
Yeah, I mean, to heap the blame on Maguire, it's very easy to do that. You can't say for sure that De Ligt does not stop that goal from going in. You'd think he's a better defender than me, actually position himself better or attack the ball and say, I couldn't get to the ball or I couldn't reach it or whatever he mumbled under his breath when they conceded that first goal to Welbeck. Can't guarantee that. But what you can guarantee is that he is at least a more competent defender as opposed to Maguire. That is peak. But he makes a good point, I think, in the sense where, you brought players in there. Okay, we know you want to maybe bed players in, give them a bit of time, but there should be no time. Like, you're a defender. Like, there ain't much. You're not trying to play through the system of trying to play 1-2 passes in the midfield and then go through the forward, etc., etc. Like, just defend. The one thing you should be doing is just defending. It is simple as that. But look, that is what it is. United finished that game 2-1 with the loss. It's only been the second game week, the second match day in the Premier League for Manchester United, and fans already at wit's end with Eric Ten Hag and some of these players as well. It's going to be a long season. It's going to be peak. It's going to be fantastic. I will be here for it, like many other rival fans are there for other rival clubs with their issues and or possible, I was going to say demise. It's not the right term. We'll say issues and failings. I think that works out. Issues and failings, I think, is a good one. There'll be a lot of them out there. And look, Manchester, Liverpool might lose at home to Brentford. I don't think so, but it's always a possibility. And then we're going to have to hold that as well if it does come to. But apparently the better team lost today. The manager has no idea what he's doing, and the bald fraud has to go. And these players are not good enough. What is happening at Manchester United, etc., etc., etc. But I'm going to leave it there. And by the way, before I forget, big ups to Tottenham, 4-0 winners against Everton. And I think Deji, at least in this one instance, is redeemed by saying light work will slap up Everton, light work. Fair enough, 4-0, fair enough. I can't argue with that. The facts are facts. And that is what it is. And I'm going to leave it there. We're pushing 18 minutes. Y'all have yourselves a good one now. See yous.